Oh my God, your laptop is
I know.
bad.
I was like trying to save it.
And this is Spiked Up.
Welcome to Spiked Up.
Welcome to Spiked Up.
Welcome to Spiked Up.
Hey there, Colorado track and field fans. Welcome to this week's edition of Spiked Up. As always, I'm Bobby Reyes, your host. I'm here Spiked Up with Lauren Cawley. We've got a wide range of things to talk about this week, all the way from high school to college, and it's starting to sprinkle on us. But regardless, we're gonna truck through. Before we get going, huge shout out to our sponsors, the Niwot Market. Hey there, Colorado running fans. Bobby Reyes here at the Niwot Market. I'm here at the finish line of the Niwot Mile. We are a little over a month out from this event. You're going to want to mark your calendars. July the 4th, the Niwot Mile is going down. And when I talk down, I'm saying net downhill course, Niwot High School, all the way down to the Niwot Market. Prize money for the top 3 Open and Masters divisions. Hey, I might even spike up myself and be offering out some prizes. When I say prizes, I'm talking like high fives, low fives, mid fives. Most likely joking about the spiking up part. I think it'd be a horrible idea to be spiking up on concrete, among many reasons for that being a horrible idea. But big event going on here in Niwot, Colorado afterwards. All right, so moving into the past weekend, what we had behind us and a lot in front of us, we're going to start with the HOKA Festival of Miles from the other night because Jane Hedengren just decided that she wants all of the national records. So, what were your thoughts on her performance?
Yeah, so this is her, she ran 4:23 in the mile, which when I first saw that, I almost did like a double take and I was like, I had to think to myself, like, was that the 15 or was that the, like, I honestly didn't know. And
that'd be a great 15 time
just
too.
Crazy.
So.
I think that she surpassed the outdoor collegiate record even, but this is her 8th high school national record. Mm-hmm. I believe it's US number 20 all time across everything. And there was actually a funny comment. I think it was in an interview with Runner Space. So when she raced at Brian Clay, she ran 14:57. She raced Lexi Halliday Lowry and Pamela Kosgei. And Pamela Kosgei said that she thought Jane was a pacer, which I just thought was so funny because these girls are probably like, who is this? Like, They're probably not expecting a high schooler to be leading the race, so it's just funny. I just thought that was a funny comment, but yeah, she's just on fire. I've never seen anything like it. I used to compare her to a Caitlin Toohey kind of, but that we've surpassed that at this point. Like, this is just another level.
Yeah, on the topic of other level, and then just mentioned Caitlin Toohey. I know there's been talk about how does people are starting to compare her performance to Alan Webb, and for the uninitiated, Alan Webb is the high school boys record holder in the mile, and he ran 3:53 about 25 years ago. And that his performance has obviously stood the test of time. It's still the record today. But in my personal opinion, I feel like no, I don't think those compare. You kind of can't compare her record from his. But what stands out and makes her performance more impressive to me is the fact that she did it in an all high school race. Mm-hmm. Whereas when Alan Webb won when he set the record, he was at the pre-classic with a pro field. I mean, even the mile world record holder Hicham El Garouj was in the race himself. So I really feel like it's one thing to get pulled along to record and a whole other thing just to solo like she did.
Yeah, she won by 13 seconds.
Yeah, that's just monstrous.
Still running 4:23 alone is just absolutely insane. What was your high school PR, Bobby?
So my high school PR came before the internet. No, my high school PR came well before the advent of social media. So it's forever ago. But I would have nipped her by 3 seconds.
I think she might surpass you at some point. When she gets to BYU, we'll see.
Oh, definitely. But so Jane's performance is just incredible, beastly, monstrous, whatever. But we did have some Colorado performances that kind of stood out as well. And you want to talk about some of these? Yeah.
So Ben Adams, he won the Elite Mile. He ran 4:02. He's only a sophomore. He won states in the 32. Just really good year for him and really impressive. It'll be interesting to see what he can pull off with still 2 years left of college, already running these times and everything. And he is Oh no, I'm thinking of Rocco being number 3. Never mind. We'll
come back to Rocco. Yeah. Crazy thing with Ben Adams too is he raced it like Cole Hawker, like the Olympic 1500. Those guys are starting to move outside lane 1 into lane 2, and he just kind of sneaks up inside of lane 1 and takes the win. 402 for a sophomore is just crazy. And then moving along, in the championship race, Benji Anderson was the top Colorado runner, 402.9, 8th in the championship heat. What's crazy is right there you've got Benji and you've got Ben Adams, 2 guys from Mount Vista, and they both run 402 in the same year. Kind of even going a little step further, we had Rocco Culpepper run 403. That was in the same heat as Ben Adams. This is the first time that Colorado's had 3 guys under 404 in the same season, which is just wild.
That was what I was going to say. Thinking of Rocco being number 3 all time at Niwot and running 403 is just wild. I
know. Just imagine like you run a 403 in the mile, and you don't
even have your school record, right?
And then kind of an interesting stat on that is like his brother owns a school record, so he's eyeing that record at some point or another. I mean, I think between Mountain Vista and Niwot, it's just wild in terms of like their record lists. Both schools have 2 guys who've run under 404.
Yeah, right.
I mean, good luck to anybody who ever wants those school records. Moving on to the girls' side, though, big shout out to Mia Williams, 443.97. That's a huge PR, 3rd in the elite heat. And she actually led all Colorado here. But what was crazy was that's number 14 all time for Coloradoans. Super impressive run by her. Considering she had a great state meet, but like this was bigger to me. Like, at least in my opinion, I feel like this is a whole jump upwards for her. And kind of like in the other heat in the championship heat, Rosie Mucharski, 444, 8th place, another great race by her. I know she's got, a couple of meets in front of her, but lots of really exciting stuff coming out of the HOKA Festival of Miles. So that's our high school section for this week. But now we're going to look at some NCAA stuff, because we have particularly one event. I mean, there's a lot of events, but one event in particular is just loaded this year. And so I'm going to let Lauren kind of talk on this a bit more.
Yeah, so that would be the men's 1500. It's been a good time over at Star Report covering all of this. Just crazy. 8 of the top 10 all-time marks in the NCAA 1500 were run this year. Liam Murphy of Villanova holds that record, but there's even a D2 performance in there. Tituan Legree of Wingate, he ran 334. It's just been awesome to see like a D2 runner being in that top 10 list. So yeah, just been wild. But yeah, and then we have Liam Murphy of Villanova, who holds the collegiate record currently, and he is the top seed heading into nationals. He ran 333, which is the record. He ran that at Rally Relays along with Marco Langon,
a long time ago.
and Gary Martin. So that was their season opener. I remember seeing that and being like, what in the world? Like, I was just doing my coverage and I'm like, wait, he just ran a collegiate record. Like, this is his first outdoor meet. So it'll be really interesting to see what he can pull off at NCAA's, him and Gary Martin, who ran 334 in that race. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I look at all these guys. We've got Ethan Strand in there. We've got Abel Tefra. It's going to be I'm curious about strategy, because these guys are, like you mentioned, these are some of the fastest in collegiate history. But normally I feel like NCAA's is not normally a fast race. It's not usually like a run from the gun kind of a race. It's normally like a sit and kick. So I really feel like that now we're kind of playing around with like who's got that kick. I mean, I feel like someone like Ethan Strand is somebody who's kind of got that full strength. I feel like he can handle a hard pace. Same thing with Liam. Same thing with Carey. But I feel like if it's a sit and kick kind of affair, Abel Tefra, he is the number 5 seed, but he's got that 145, 800 meter speed. He's run 217 in 1,000, which is just wild. If it's a kicker's race, I really feel like he's someone who I would not want on my back.
Yeah, I think him and Ethan Strand, it would be interesting to see. Ethan just won his 3rd consecutive ACC title, and he closed in 51. But Abel Tefra, he won the 4x8 at Penn Relays for the Hoyas, and he had a great kick. I was there. It was just awesome to watch. So I think, if it comes down to a sit and kick race, it'll be really interesting to see where that goes, because the 2 of them especially just
there's a lot of
have
speed.
A great kick. Yeah.
And kind of on the topic of speed, I mean, if we kind of look at some dark horses, because I feel like we mentioned 4 guys who are like probably on everybody's radar. But I feel like Nathan Green, here's another one who actually maybe is one of those guys who's on everybody's radar. But 334 PR. He was second at Nationals indoors. He's run a 146 in 800 and a 218 in 1000. So he's kind of like a Bell in terms of having the wheels to kick. And you've seen him kick, right?
Similar at Penn Relays, they won the 4x and the DMR. Sorry, the 4x mile and the DMR. Same thing. You just see him coming down the line. When I saw the 4x mile, I'm like, oh my God, there he is again. Like, he also has an incredible kick. So, yeah, a lot of these guys have.
Everyone's got a kick in there.
Everyone has a great kick, but some of them really like. You don't, yeah, like kind of like you said, you don't want them to be near you if it comes down to it with 400 to go. And then Harrison Witt, you wanted to touch on.
This is my 100% biased dark horse. Harrison Witt, formerly Mountain Vista. He has got the Colorado state record of 404 run at the state meet in 2001. He's run 337 and 352 for the full mile. He's run 338 at regionals. We didn't really talk about regional performances, and I feel like with good reason, because everyone's just kind of sitting and trying to get into NCAAs. He did not qualify for NCAAs last year, but he's got 219 speed, which he ran just several months ago. So I really feel like he's kind of on the rise, and he's somebody who, as I've seen here in Colorado for his entire high school career, when everything is burning at at all these cylinders, whatever, he's a frightening guy to race against.
Yeah, he won the Ivy title too, so it'll be
on the topic
interesting
of Ivy, where's he going?
He is transferring to UVA along with 3 other Princeton guys. They're all grad transfers, so that'll be interesting. It'll just be interesting to see what he can do for their middle distance program, especially.
With Gary Martin as well.
Yes, it's very interesting to see what that'll be like in the fall. So yeah, he could definitely be a potential dark horse. It is really hard to say who will take this title. I don't know. But I will be there and can't wait to see.
I'm not even gonna pick because I feel like this is too hard of a pick. But yeah, you'll actually be on site, which is going to be awesome. Hayward Field. NCAAs are this coming week, so plenty to be excited about. Handful of Colorado athletes there. We will be covering Colorado again, and we'll maybe talking about some bigger things as well in next week's edition of Spiked Up. But it's kind of raining on us. My computer. I really hope my computer's not destroyed. But thanks everyone for tuning in to this week's edition of Spiked Up. That's going to be it for this week. One more shout out to the sponsors in Highwalt Market. I'm going to go dry off. Thanks again.
Thanks.
Doing it all for you, my newest. I'm just getting started. Doing it all for you, my newest. So I show you spark. Doing it all for you, my newest. I'm just getting started. Doing it all for you, my newest. So I show you spark.
Oh my God, your laptop is
I know. I was trying to save it.
It started.